Everyone. It's a new episode of Breath of the Wild. Of course, Legend of Zelda on the Switch. I actually restarted with another profile so the Play It Again Games customers can continue to use the PIAG thing. This one's actually called Recording. I've actually went ahead and got to the Temple of Time, talked to the king, done all that stuff. Did as close to the original playthrough as possible. I'm at home, so you're able to hear people in the background and stuff like that, unfortunately. So we're starting up. Weapon bonuses, some of them have special properties, blah blah blah. So basically here, as you can see, one major change is I do have a few extra weapons that I didn't have last time. I have been playing this now, so I do know a little bit more about it. I'm getting a little bit better at controls and gathering a lot more knowledge on the game. My original playthrough is actually pretty decent in now, so you get the basic shirt and worn trousers that you start with. I've actually picked up the Hyrule trousers, and I'm wearing the warm doublet like we picked up on top of the mountain from the king from up there. So far, my little trinkets, we've got all this stuff here so far, and I have actually made a few foods already in preparation for different things. As you can see, the paraglider, the slate, and I've actually got a couple of the Koroko seeds. There's these little guys that you can actually find at different locations, and a little bit later you'll actually see who you have to turn the seeds in for. So, alright, let's go ahead and wander around a little bit. Wolfie's having a good time back there. I think I've already gathered everything from around these, but it's always good to check around because the ancient screws and all that stuff really comes in handy in spots. Later on you can actually use it to power up a couple of your features or your extra things like that the slate has, the runes. You can also use it to get specialty armor and weapons and such as well. Oh, looks like I did clear those. And I've cleared this one, so alright. Let's go ahead and look over here. There's like a sword in the stone over there. It's obvious it's not the master sword, it's way too soon for that. It's just a rusty sword, so I'm going to leave it alone. I'm already full. Other than that, there's not really much else here to offer. And from what the king told us, we need to now actually wander the areas around us and try to find more information. Impa is our next person we're supposed to go see. So let's actually go ahead and go to the plateau tower and we'll start to head that direction. Now he's given us the paraglider. I kind of showed it a little bit right before I quit on the stream that night. But we are going to use it here, so you get to see it in this game as well. So. And one thing that I don't know if I pointed out, we can actually look at and see some of the major features from a lot of the Zelda games. Of course, right here is Hyrule Castle and Ganon surrounding it. You got up there Death Mountain, and there's one of the divine beasts there that he talked about. Up there, I'm not exactly sure where that is over there. But we do have several towers in that direction and stuff too. Well, from what you can see, of course, me trying to point at the screen is not going to help you. That's another one of the divine beasts there. My normal playthrough, I've actually conquered 3 of them finally. I'm still working on getting to the final one. Trying to kind of take an indirect approach. I don't want to go beating it too soon, stuff like that. I want to actually take my time and see lots of features in the game. Alright, oops. It's close enough. Alright, am I facing that direction? That's most likely is the tower for this section, because generally in this whole little area surrounding things, there's one tower that opens up the map for all of the area. So in general, I'm pretty sure that's probably the one for this part of the map. So that's the one we're going to go for first. Make sure there's nothing interesting along the way. Nope, not really. So let's fly on through. I've been going for a while, so I've actually, on my normal playthrough, I have a lot more health and a lot more stuff, so that's going to catch me off guard for a while, I'm sure. Can I make it onto that platform? No. Well, close enough. Hyrule Kingdom. Ooh. We got explosives. Oh, created like an updraft. Burning the grass. Fire arrows. Change your arrows, blah blah blah. Yep. Alright, this direction, we could actually end up having those, any of those could actually be alive. We don't want to deal with that right now. And a nice thing about the updraft, you can use your glider to hit the updraft and it'll make you fly a little bit higher. Alright, rush room. That's one of the things used for... don't need tree branches. Tree branch, no. Are they all tree branches? Yes. Okay. That's not that. I really don't think the bombs can blow that up either, but we'll try it. Nope. Those two are chasing that pig around. Alright. Was that the one I was trying to head towards? No. Where is it? It's that way. Okay. Unfortunately, we're going to have to go around past that. Now, even though I have played this good bit now, I obviously still don't know everything, so... I want those. That worked out. I got exactly what I wanted. Whoa, what the heck? Giant boulder falling on my head. Yep. That means I need to eat a couple apples and heal myself. Now, is there somebody up here throwing rocks on my head? No. No. It's not really something throwing rocks on my head, but Should have something here to kill. Some of the trees you can actually find stuff in the top of too, so it doesn't hurt to climb up here and look. You got standard animals running around, wolves, another chinchu thingy, choo-choo, whatever. Alright, we don't want to mess with those guys. I do want to try to get to that flower though. I don't know if I'm going to be able to. I'm wandering out this way. See Ganon over there floating around. Alright, forget it. Let's just go. It's a beautiful game. I'm enjoying it a lot. And didn't think I would really initially want to switch long ago. But in general, I'm glad I actually got it for the store. We've had a couple people playing it. And of course, whoa, look at all the freaking bats, man. You gotta worry about it being nighttime too. The creatures are a little bit stronger at night. Skeletons up here, the Staphos or whatever you call them. Of course, the billions of bats right there might have been worse than the skeletons at this point. Never mind. The thing with the skeletons, they can actually reform themselves, so you need to make sure that you get their heads killed before they can actually do that. You can also use their arms as weapons, which is kind of funny. It is a funny weapon to watch. Alright, am I going the right direction? I gotta be careful. I'm in actually the Hyrule Castle area. Alright, don't want to alert those guys either. This is still... Can't tell, it's too many trees. Woohoo! I haven't figured out what the deal with these pinwheels are yet either. It triggers some sort of event that you can start shooting these things. I don't have enough arrows to even think about trying it right now though. Alright, where is... Whoa. It's over there. Across the bridge. Sorry guys, we'll just ignore that for now. How many arrows do I actually have? 6. No. That's another thing I'd like to get is those chests that the moblins and stuff are hovering on. Still need extra shrines. Most of the shrines are how you get your boost on your hearts and your stamina wheel. Okay, that's a set of moblins we really don't want to mess with. these things do not last very long. An iron shroom. Ow. Don't want the arm, I want the... Just toss that for now. I want the spear. But for fun, I'll show you what the hand looks like. And it's even funnier when you put it away because it looks like it's trying to grab him. A silent shroom. And it's not very powerful, but it is, in a pinch, it is a weapon. Alright, we got a... Woo! I almost jumped into that. That was the famous Octorok. Now, a lot of this game is running around collecting stuff. I like this little guy. You can't really capture him very easily. You can actually shoot him or throw weapons and stuff at him and... Ow! Huh? Octo balloons. I've never used them. I don't really understand what lifting something up off the ground would do for you. It doesn't work on like rocks and stuff, I don't believe, so kind of find it strange why you would want to do something with that. Ooh, a sunset firefly. Yeah, I don't know if I've ever caught one of those on my other playthrough, actually. This is one of these things in this game will get you. You plan on going to a certain spot and you end up not even getting there. You go wandering off and spot something, go look at that, and then you not make it to where you were planning on going to. So hopefully we can actually keep on track a little bit. I want to gather as many of these foods and stuff, or shrooms and stuff though, because they come in really handy for making food, because that's the way you heal yourself in this version. So you need to make sure that you keep up on it and keep your food. Alright, keys. Pretty much just like the originals. They're not that hard to fight, so... Alright, climb up. No, no! Slid off trying to get it. Alright, there's a rock just out in the middle here. Alright, there's the tower. That's what we were looking at. Nice thing is if you have enemies down below, you can push this off and let it go ransack them. Smash any of them in its path. I don't know if we have any though. Oh, there's another pinwheel thing. And you basically do it like that, and it goes rolling, rolling, rolling. Kind of like what it did to me when I was kind of running over the side there. It's another Octorok up ahead. Yeah, maybe not. Another staple of the originals. When you have a sword in your hand, you can chop the grass. Yep. Chopping grass kind of gives you random chances of having a bug, or even fairies will appear, just like the original games. They made it just as important to just sit here mowing the grass as it did to gather everything that you need to gather. We're not going to mess with it right now, though. We got enough to work with. I would love to have having a fairy to work with, but sneaking is a necessary thing too. Certain situations, if you can sneak in and attack them while they're asleep or whatever, you can actually critical hit them a lot of times and kill them in one shot. Oh, something up in the tree here. Looks like bird's nest. The same thing goes for here. I'm up in the tree. He's wondering what in the world he sees or saw. Oh, never mind. Hi guys. Oh, he killed me in one shot when I had almost 2 health. Not a good thing, huh? I'm not used to having this low health anymore. That's part of the problem. But I shouldn't have got seen. That was my biggest mistake. Alright, I got the chest. Xenoblade Chronicles 2. What does that mean? Collaboration with Xenoblade Chronicles. Yeah, I think I do remember seeing that, but Southern Sky and the largest bridge, middle of the largest bridge, Eastern Sky, Skull, Left Eye, Southernmost Sky, Tapico, Snowy Mountain. Okay, well, actually, I don't see a way of not being seen for this, so I'm gonna have to try to see if I can sneak shot him. Alright, well, I don't think he was able to notify them, so that's good. I could kill him before he got his horn blown. But he had his friends here. Have bombs here. Actually, this might be the thing I want to hit. Shit. Let's do fire arrows. Boom! I don't know, is he dead? I guess he is. Alright, so he had a Buku bow. He didn't drop anything else? Oh, okay, I was going to say. Alright, let's get in there and see if we can pick up stuff before it burns up. Soldier's Broadsword, of which I can't take because I'm full. Get 2 Buku Spears. They're really not all the greatest. Yeah, so this sword's much better than that's for sure. Kukuru Leaf, you can actually use to fan, and it's not a handy thing, but you can use it to actually move boats and stuff like that. Never really done much with it yet, so I might try to get a little bit into that in the next few episodes to show you guys. Other weapons, obviously the bat is just a melee weapon. The iron sledgehammer you've seen. We use stasis on that one thing and use the sledgehammer to push it and then basically shoot it off the side of the ramp. Woodcutter's axe is the easiest thing to cut trees with, obviously. I mean, there's slews of weapons and gear in this version of the game. Huh. Well, I was hoping that would work, but I guess not. Oh well, let's just... Whoa, hello. Hot drop. I really don't want him setting that thing off. Let's get out of there before he mistakenly does it. You want this bow? You want this bow? You can't have it. You can't have it. Set him on fire with the... Alright, unfortunately, we're gonna have to leave that alone. Hi guys. Where are you going? Oh, you're going to get weapons? That ain't very nice. Oh wait, I forgot to heal. Gotta pay attention a little bit closer. That's... Traveler's Clay Heart. That's a two-handed sword. That's gonna be too slow. Ah! He was on fire and he still was living through it to kill me. A lot of times, it's not, yeah, as it just says, a lot of times it's dangerous to approach the enemies head on. Alright. So, let's ignore them and just fly across here. Rock salt. Of course, that probably just notified him that I was here. I didn't really want to swim to this, but should have enough stamina to do it. Yep. Alright, Dueling Peaks Tower. Yeah, it's pretty much the same as the last tower. You kind of climb it up by section. Later on, you get into the point where you have a lot harder a lot more to deal with than just climbing the tower. You got stuff shooting at you from below, stuff like that. But this early, you're more worried about not running out of stamina than you are anything else. And we also got to get into making food a lot more, because there's so many different status effects and stuff that you can use the food to actually help you out in different effects, from stamina regen to climbing faster, attacking stronger, having better defense, and as you saw before, for resisting cold and heat, stuff like that is also a must in many areas. I mean, hell, Death Mountain will set you on fire if you're in it, if you don't have fire protection. Alright, we're at the top. Same thing as before. Put your slate into place and download it. Well, yeah, activate it, then you download it. Drip, drip. There you go. So basically, in the area, we know the town where Impa is up ahead to the northeast. The center will also... Oh, okay, yeah, center now tells you where shrines are. Which comes in handy for when you're searching for shrines and trying to get extra hearts and stuff, so... Alright, so... Impa is that direction. Well, actually, more north than that, even. So... They were actually trying to take us to go through here, cross the bridge up here, follow it all the way around. Typically, I just mountain climb it, usually, but how possible is that? How close are we to getting to that road? And does it go through there? It goes through their little encampment. That's kind of sucky, but you know, let's do it. I'm not ready to fight any of them, but we might as well travel down the path and see where it leads. The spear's going to break pretty quickly, so... Oh, there's a shrine. Well, I could climb up and go to that, actually. And it missed. Well, that was close. Listen, folks. Alright. next one, the taxi. Let's go ahead and eat. Recover. Yeah, I think we're going to go ahead and try to jump across here. That actually might not be possible now. Get as far across as we can. There we go, yeah. So we'll do two things. We'll go ahead and try to pick up what that gives us. Rock salt. Looks like it's just up one notch, so. And like I said, this is one of those things. You're after to do a certain thing and you get sidetracked and you're like, ooh, what's this? You go to it. Dahi Shrine. Now, shrines are the best thing to be able to teleport from place to place, so they come in very handy when you spot them. Sorry, I'm skipping some things. And of course we're going down. See what we got. Depending on what it is, I might try to do the trial. I can always come back later to do it later if necessary. So I kind of do want to get to the town in this episode if possible. So let's see. So that you just had to put the ball down in the hole and wait for this to come across. Easy enough. It doesn't always stay that easy. Because this one, we actually have to kind of stop midways if I remember correctly. There we go, see? And this one launches this one, I believe. And obviously these are kind of easy at the beginning. They slowly get harder as you progress through the game. Now this one's a one you're going to have to kind of kick. Whee! See? Oh! And I just killed myself. Well, didn't kill myself, it just fell off. I should have been waiting on that thing. But fortunately, in the amount of time it took, it came back. Alright, I think I can use magnesis on that. Well, maybe not. Alright. Does it get rid of the ball? Eh, can't be that important. Forget it. I don't want to wait that much time actually to try to figure it out. I think I could drop down, pick up the ball, and it'll be able to allow me to lift it up again, but and from the stream, Spirit Orbs is where you use 4 of them to gather either an extra life heart or a piece of the stamina wheel. And he fades away. Alright, well, here's the end of that one. So let's fly ahead and hopefully we can avoid other Lizafos. Unfortunately, we have friends up ahead. We got a trick up our sleeve here. Let's see, how far can I take this? That's as far as I can go. Whoa, 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 whoa. I almost brought it back on my head. Okay, so I cannot do this without being standing. That sucks. Alright, so my thought is let's take him. Can I light one of these? Yes, I can. Oh, hell. Glad I had a little bit of health. Alright, roasted bass, seared steak. Let's go ahead and eat an apple to get the last little remainder. Defending and stuff really comes into play in this. And of course, slow weapons can really hurt you a lot. Boku shield, another Boku shield. Oops. Alright, so let's try this again. Overshot. Shit. He's like, huh? Figured just run in and kill him. Screw it. Alright. Can't carry any more bows. There's more explosives. Don't need a club. That's the Traveler's Claymore that I threw. Torch. A throwing spear. That's actually a pretty nice one. I actually have two. No, it's a Boku spear. Let's get rid of the axe for now. I'd much rather have a little bit more lengthy weapon than the axe at the moment. Alright, so let's get rid of this out of our way. Splash. Alright, let's go see what the chest is. A boomerang. It's yet another staple of the Zelda franchise. Alright, we don't need this right now. Let's take the boomerang over that. Haven't quite gotten the hang of the boomerang either. actually be gathering these things up top, but don't really have the time. We're just going to keep going. There's another Octorok. Let's run on around the corner here. Because they have yet another shrine. Actually, let's use this to get up across as much as possible. Is that spikes or is it? It is. Pretty sure it is. That doesn't work. Alright, let's go higher. So I'm afraid we're probably not going to make it to the town this time, unfortunately. But we do have another little thing to see after I get through with this shrine. Oops. Gonna go around the corner and bam! Ooh, ooh. Definitely want those. Amber's worth money. Actually, all gemstones are worth money. That's what you want to see when you blow up those little rocks. Alright, this should get me up above it, and yes. Alright. We'll go ahead and skip the opening and stuff like that. We've seen it before, don't need to see it again. Poisonous bogs formed by water or soil. Yeah, remember this one. It took me a little bit to figure this one out. I was thinking initially, let's see, let's go ahead and check something. Is this shirt stronger than a cold resistance? No. Okay. My initial thinking was the Cryonis only worked by shooting it down in the water. It does. That's what it does. But it also works from the side. And in this situation, that's what you have to do. Yeah, my first time through, I just did not think of that for some reason. Alright. That's right, I gotta go down here. Or do I? Remember to climb up here and assess the situation. Alright. Oh, that's right, I gotta use the thing to get that too, but I'm not gonna mess with it right now. Can I magnetize? Grab it? No. Alright, so this one. From what I remember, I also had to do cryosis, I believe. Yeah, be careful because I don't want to hit myself with it either. Because I can actually hit myself with the rock and that'll hurt, obviously. It's still not? Oh, okay. Alright, that should make it so it does not fall. Or, no. See if that pops it. Yep, there we go. Oh, damn it! Alright, so which one is actually hitting it? The lower one. Okay, finally. Alright, so I haven't really found very many of the chests being worth trying to go for. They do occasionally will give you the ancient stuff. That's sometimes helpful. But it's really only if you can get like the ancient cores and stuff like that, the really rare ones. I think it also breaks down these spikes. Yep. So now we can come across and we get to see our first stable. Elixirs, huh? Actually, I know all about them now, but yay, she gave us an elixir. Just a high-tailed lizard and monster parts. So I usually have 10 or so on one stop.
Hey!
So obviously this is the stable. What we want to do though is rest for the night. Of which we don't have no rupees, so we can't. But let's talk to old Beetle here from. Actually, just stick with Beetle. Actually, Beetle's been in several of the Zelda games throughout the years too. Alright, look what I got. Alright, now let's sell all of these. Sure. And the 2 opals. That'll give us a little bit of money to work with. The rest of the stuff we're just gonna keep for now because most of it does come in handy at times, especially for foods and stuff. Let's see what he has real quick. Actually, arrows wouldn't be a bad thing to have right about now. How much for all of them? Yeah, we'll take them. Alright. Actually, we don't need to rest. We're full health. Go ahead and grab a few of these extra things they have laying about. Because, you know, Link, he's a klepto. He has to take everything. And Another thing he loves to do is smash stuff. A pitchfork, oddly enough, is a pretty decent weapon. So what we do is we'll throw this spear and pick it up. Doggy! And another woodcutter's axe. Lots of apples and acorns. You don't know it? Yes, a blood moon returns the monsters to life. I guess it's a power from Ganon. Creates the blood moon. Typically, you want to be resting when that happens. It actually should be coming soon. Yeah, I know you can give him directions. I don't need directions right now. Alright, basically, I'll show you a couple food things. We did the cold one before, but this is kind of a recipe that will keep you alive a lot easier. The iron shrooms increases your defense. You kind of look through, see if you have any other defensive item ones here. I don't think so, unfortunately. So we'll just throw in a couple of these and a Hyrule herb. And voila! Now we have a thing of mushrooms that heals me way more of the hearts than I have, and it gives you a defensive boost for 3 minutes and 10 seconds. Alright. The more of these you add to the mix, the stronger the thing can be. But the thing is, they do get harder to find, so they do respawn, you just gotta keep coming back. So like this one gives me a mid-level boost, so it's a little bit stronger since I put 3 of them in there. But at the moment I don't have very many of them, so we're just going to do 2 and 2. And throw Hylian Shroom in there. Give it a little bit more healing power. Alright. So that's more health than I have too. Alright, so we're going to hold both of those. Add 1 of those and see how much it influences. There you go. That's a weaker one. I can use it when I get hurt one shot, hopefully, and then get the boost afterwards. Alright, well, right now we're not going to deal with any cold stuff for a little bit. Let's do a couple stamina ones as well. I think I had a stamina speed boosting. Okay, the crickets. Oh, wait, no. That's for creating potions, not. So we'll throw 2 of those in there. Why not? We'll throw an acorn in there. energizing fruit and mushroom mix. Alright, well, speaking of elixirs, let's go ahead and do it. We'll do a restless cricket and a horn. Gives you a little bit of stamina back. And in this one's case, we're going to do 2 of those and 1 of that. Speed, speed, silence. Okay, so throw those in there. Now it gives us a little bit more stamina. Alright, well, let's go ahead and make these elixirs as well, just to get them out of the way. This one makes us a little bit more sneaky. And both of these are speed boosting, so putting them together should make it a pretty potent, a little bit more potent. Yep, still low level, but gave it a little bit extra time. Alright, what do we got? Amplifies healing boost. We don't really need healing right now, so we'll leave that alone. Alright guys, well, I'm going to go ahead and wrap it up here. Next episode, we're at the stable, and obviously don't have a horse. But the nice thing is, if I'll walk up here on the edge here so you can see, there's wild horses running around in the fields here. So, next episode, we'll try to catch one and go through and then attempt to go ahead and get the rest of the way to see Impa for the first time. So, alright guys, I'm going to go ahead and click it on this and save it. And progress saved. I will see you on the next episode. Like I said on one of the first episodes with Wolfie, we are going to be trying a little bit of step up and step down of Zelda. Do a couple different episodes of different types to see if anybody likes them. Might actually continue to play them more and more on episode wise. That's the main reason I made this save, just in case we get to the point where people wants to actually see the game, lots more of it. Again, I'm playing it on my own just to get through to actually see the end and stuff like that as well, but I'll be happy to go ahead and do it again for everybody else to get to see something. Alright, so take care everyone. I'll see you in the next episode.